take this verse, look it up in any standard translation. It'll say the following. It says that the messenger is but another prophet, an apostle from Allah. Other prophets have passed before him. They've come and they've gone. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes a radically different shift and says, أَفَإِن مَاتَ أَوْ قُتِلْ. If he were to die, again, I'm quoting the standard translation of the Quran. If he were to die or be killed, then you would turn on your heels. And whoever does so will not harm God in the slightest fashion. And God shall reward those who are thankful. But there's a problem with this translation. It says if the Prophet died or was killed, then you would turn around. In other words, you would become apostates. Why would God say, if he died or was killed? This or between death and murder, what's it exactly doing there? Is God not sure what's going to happen to the Prophet? Does God have any doubt as to the future events that will take place against the single most important figure in all of history? You'd think that God would speak with a little bit more certainty, right? Which is why this translation is erroneous. This translation is wrong. It's not if he died or he was killed, even though, again, those of you who speak a little bit of Arabic will know that أو أفإن مات أو قتل. أو has two meanings. The first is when you're presented with two alternatives, this or that, right? It literally means or. But in this context, it can't possibly mean or, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should know whether it's natural death or murder. How do we deduct that from the verse? Well, أو here doesn't mean or, it means indeed. It means if he died or indeed he was murdered, will you then turn around and become apostates? Is there another verse in the Quran which uses the word أو in a similar fashion? And the answer is yes. Go to Surah As-Saffat, verse number 147. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Prophet Yunus, the one with the whale. And he says, وَأَرْسَلْنَاهُ إِلَى مِئَةِ أَلْفٍ أَوْ يَزِيدُونَ. We sent him to 100,000 of his own people, that is. أَوْ يَزِيدُونَ. أَوْ means or more. So Allah is not certain. God doesn't know whether it was 100,000 or more than 100,000. And so even the standard English translations of the Quran here will translate "oh" in a different way. They'll say, God says that we sent him to 100,000 rather to a number that exceeded 100,000. Indeed, it was more than 100,000. So the Quran predicted the Prophet would be murdered.